Okay, it is October and we're here in the sheep stall. We're getting ready to do some sheep work because I got to get my ewes wormed and check their feet and get them their annual shots. I am going to try this by myself and see if I can get it accomplished. The first step that I took to make sure my sheep are ready to be bred this year is I took a sample of their feces into the veterinarians and I had them do a fecal exam on them, and they came back as if 4 is full of worms and being in good shape is a perfect as 1, they came back as a 1+. So they're in good health as far as worm wise is concerned. I still went ahead and dewormed them today because I want these, they did show a few, he said, dormant eggs or eggs within their feces. So that was a couple of days ago, so it's possible that those are now living worms. So I'm deworming the whole flock. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get everything assembled. I have my sheep chair, it's called a deck chair, right here, and that's going to be my containment system. I of course have my sheep here. They're ready to go. And over here I have a bucket of grain, bottle of water, and my lead rope is sticking out of that. And let's see how well I can videotape this by myself. Don't know if this is going to work at all. We'll try it. Of course, the first step of the game is to catch your sheep. So let's see how well this works. Molly. Come on, Molly. And Dot has been around for a couple of years, so she's a little more used to halters. Good girl. Good girl, Dottie. Okay. Oh, I know. Now, one thing I want to say is do as I say and not as I do. You will see that, first of all, my sheep are pretty doggone tame. But I am in what is called committed position. If anything happens right now, I could get hurt because I cannot get away fast. It's not a good idea, just any way you look at it. But that's what we're going to have to deal with, because my arthritis is such that that's how I end up living my life in a chair. So I'm going to tie her up here for a second. Maybe I can just hold her. And I'm going to try to see if I can get the rest of this stuff ready so that we can get her procedures taken care of. The deck chair is sitting up. It's hanging on the gate. It's on the hinge side of the gate, so everything's secure. There's really everything kind of cleared out of the way. Our sheep is captured. She's calm. That's important, because you don't want anything to be any wilder than it has to be. I have the deck chair set up so that the legs on the bottom here go directly up and down. This is a deck chair from Premier One, and it makes my world a happy place. It makes me so I can actually do what I need to do, and usually, mostly by myself. Another thing that I want to mention is I have everything ready to go. My sheep are going to be getting a shot and dewormed. You want to pull the worm medicine up so that it is ready to go, proper dosage, just as the veterinarian says. And I've got my shots ready to go. And I'm going to put these where I can get a hold of them very easily. I'm up here in the feed bucket. And then I've also got hoof shears. So the next step is we've got to get the sheep into the chair. And we'll see how easy that is. whole purpose of this is to open up the sole, and any excess hoof wall that's curled around over the bottom needs to be trimmed away. Like any little pieces on the inside need to be clipped off. And this one's pretty good shape. Her feet are usually pretty decent. This ewe is a commercial bred ewe. She's not registered, but I notice a lot of commercial ewes, they seem to be pretty tough little birds. So here she sits, all relaxed. We're going to do most invasive procedures first. See if I can give her her feed or her wormer while she's sitting here. Squirt that right in. She doesn't really have much choice but to swallow it. And then the last thing is I'm going to give her injection. Now, according to the veterinarian, this can be given either intramuscularly or sub-Q. It's called Covexin 8. It vaccinates for 8 different sheep problems. You want to be sure that you've got your bubbles all out of the injection site. And I could either give her the shot right here in the neck or in the shoulder, or I could do what they call a sub-Q, which is going to be in this skin. And in sheep, the skin right behind the elbow is usually the one you want to go for. You're going to pinch a flap of skin. You're going to insert the needle. You're going to draw back to make sure you're not getting any blood. And then you're going to squeeze it in. Okay? Now this sheep has been vaccinated, wormed, and had her feet done. And she's going to recover from this stress for a couple of days. And then she will be able and ready to be bred. Let's see if I can get her out of the chair. It just should be a matter of undoing what we did. Okay, we're going to try to see method 2 for catching a sheep, and that is a little squeeze chute I have set up here, and we're going to try to work her into the corner. Okay, this method works pretty good usually. Works better if you get 2 people. But the thought is, she can't go any place. She keeps back. Usually Goose and Tail will do that. Now we can get her halter in place. You're gonna try me. Hey. Hey. You're all right. You're all right, sister. You're all right. You're all right. Huh? You're all right. important to keep a halter up high on the sheep's nose. You don't want it in their eyes. You don't want to restrict their breathing. Come on. And she's going to have her little hissy fit because she does not like it. There you go. Let's see if I can get her in here by myself. Let's see. I don't know. Come on. She's bigger than the last one. And she doesn't like it. My secret is just to back her up and just keep backing her up. And then she sits down. And then you just tip her in. Now, she does not want to sit, obviously. So I'm going to give her a minute. Get herself situated. Just relax. Let's see if we can get this done. There you go. There you go. The sheep has had her feet worked on, and they are looking good, which is a wonderful blessing. So she's going to get her dewormer. Oh, she's sitting here. Again, she's not going to like it, but just put the syringe in. And down the hatchet went. Simple as that. Now we'll wait for the shot. Again, you want to take your syringe, flip it with your finger, very carefully advance the syringe till a little of the solution comes out the tip, so you know we don't have any bubbles. Again, we're going to do it sub-Q, right behind the elbow because there's very little wool. Lift up a flap, insert our needle, back it out to make sure we don't have blood, and inject. And she's done. She didn't like it, but she's done. So now, both of my ewes should be ready to breed. Again, I'm going to see if I can back her down out of here. You know, anytime you're containing an animal, they're not going to like it. They're just not. But the hope is that you can help them enough to be calm enough that they can be okay. Try to get her out this way. Sometimes you can tip the chair, and that will help. Whoa! Whoa! And out she is. Get her little feet over here. have a closing thought for you all tonight, and that is how one of the assets of having just a small number of animals and being a small homesteader is that I have time to spend with my animals, and I can treat my animals right, and I can get them to trust me. And because I have that trust with me and they are nice and calm and relaxed, I'm able to get things done even by myself that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. If I had animals that were afraid of me and I was having to chase them and they were scared, it would be a bad thing. Now, large flocks, obviously, they're not going to have that kind of a trust. But you know what? I just have a few sheep and I can spend the time, and it's a perk. Real important to put hands on these animals and really keep your eyes on them and really know about them so that they trust you. So if you ever have to do any kind of procedure, even if it's an emergency procedure, you can get it done.